Vintage Reserve at Pristine Auctions is proud to present this beautiful 1969 Gibson Les Paul Custom in ebony, serial number 543732. This incredible instrument is owned by Tom Verano of the band The Glass Prism, which also went by the names Shenandoah and the El Caminos. The Glass Prism was the first band to make it out of northeastern Pennsylvania and were signed to RCA Victor Records from 1969 to 1971.
Hi, I'm Chris Ratchford, owner of Pristine Auctions. We are a boutique music store located right outside of Scranton, Pennsylvania, and we have a treat for you today. We have this beautiful 1969 Gibson Les Paul Custom as owned by Tom Verano of the Glass Prism. Tom Verano bought this instrument from Gallucci Music in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1969 and has owned this instrument ever since. And we are proud to offer it for sale in our shop at this moment.
It's pretty cool. So this has the original pickup for the neck position. And there's also something else that's unique to this. And I didn't even know this, but I guess guitars made back then had these different fretboards where it's be a fretless wonder. So if you slide around, it's extremely easy to slide. There's absolutely no resistance from the frets because they're so short. So you're able to play a little bit quicker, move around faster. So if you're moving fast, this would probably work even better for you. Is that a normal thing on a guitar?
For that age, yeah, absolutely. Down there is too. Down there. Yep.
Wait a minute, what's the year?
That's a 70. That's a fretless wonder too. Yeah, that's what they.
That was the thing they did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Oh yeah. They started in the 50s. They put fretless wonder frets on them from the 50s up until the early 70s. So if you played like a 1961 Gibson, 60 Gibson, 59 Gibson, they would all be fretless wonders.
Wow, bridge. That's pretty good sounding, that bridge.
The bridge pickup in this guitar is actually a Seymour Duncan 59 from the 1980s, and it pairs really well with the vintage Gibson neck pickup. They almost have the same reading. Just a magical pair, and it sounds great together.
It does. So if I went... You can see the difference. I like this, the neck one a lot. The bridge would be good. Go a little Altamilla. It's got that feel to it. The neck. Yeah, that's smooth feeling. The Glass Prism released two major albums. Interestingly, the album Poe Through the Glass Prism, which was released in 1969, featured lyrics by Edgar Allan Poe, which was labeled a rock opera and was the third concept album to ever have been released. Poe Through the Glass Prism was personally produced and engineered by Les Paul at his recording studio in Mahwah, New Jersey, in June of 1969. RCA had their own studios, but elected to have this album produced with Les Paul, the legendary inventor of the electric guitar and many studio recording devices and techniques. That'd be neat recording. Some distortion. So here is the neck pickup with the tone off. This This album is the only one produced by Les Paul at his home studio for an artist other than himself or Mary Ford. Part of the provenance of this guitar includes the fact that Tom is the only guitarist other than Les Paul to use a Les Paul Custom at that studio and be engineered and produced by Les Paul himself. Tom also used this guitar in many other recordings, including on the album On Joy and Sorrow on RCA in 1970, Resurrection and Shenandoah Sessions 73 on Deborah Records in 2011. It was also the only guitar Tom used for every live performance, show, and concert with the Glass Prism from 1969 until recently. Tom used this guitar exclusively.
So this early 1969 Les Paul Custom features all of the desirable things one would want in a 60s Gibson Les Paul Custom. This guitar was made approximately 6 months before Gibson sold to Norlin in the middle of 1969. So, with this guitar, you have the highly coveted long neck tenon. You have a one-piece neck, and if you look, there is no Norlin volute here on the back of the neck. Now, if we just fast forward 6 months later, we also have a late 69 Les Paul Custom. Now on this one, three-piece neck, volute, no long neck tenon.
The serial number puts it to early 1969, right after the initial run of 433 1968 Les Paul Customs were released. It still has all the highly desirable 1968 features, including a one-piece neck and body, a long tenon, and does not have a volute. This instrument has been played and toured since 1969 and is in good used condition accordingly. This awesome axe is mostly original. The neck pickup is original and reads 7.3K. The bridge pickup has been replaced with a vintage 1980s Duncan 59 and reads 8K. The original bridge pickup has been lost. The original pickup covers are included in the sale. The back plate appears to be aftermarket. 3 of the pots are original and date to the 50th week of 1968.
For guys to do that, they'll do this, you know. You get that little resonance.
The bridge tone pot dates to 1974. The original bridge has been removed and is included with the sale. The original thumb wheels are lost. There have been some traces of re-clear applied to a few parts of the back of the neck. The body appears to have been buffed at one time many years ago. This instrument presents nice and clean, and everything that was done to it was done to make it look as nice as possible for the stage over the years. This guitar sounds so amazing. It has a very warm vintage sound with perfect EQ balance. This instrument was just professionally set up with D'Addario NYXL 10-gauge electric guitar strings and plays effortlessly up and down the neck. The tone that comes out of this instrument is almost surreal. The pickups pair well together, and this thing just oozes vintage tone. The fretless Wonder frets do show considerable wear. Although it could technically use a refret, it still plays very well with a fast feel. This neck is literally perfect, and the truss rod works as it should. We'll ship professionally packed and fully insured. It will ship in an SKB Les Paul flight case to ensure safety.
Very good for that sliding.
The original hardshell case from 1969 comes with the sale and is still in very good condition and will ship out separately.
It's perfectly set up.
You know, it has one of the best sounds out of any Les Paul I've ever plugged into, especially the neck position because the pickup is original. It's one of the best things we've ever had here in the shop. It's going to make somebody super happy, and the nostalgia associated with this instrument is second to none. I mean, Les Paul himself personally engineered with this guitar.
Maybe that's why.
It's this has the mojo, it has the sound, it has the tone. Somebody's looking for a vintage Les Paul. This is the one.
Yeah, it sounds good. Like, I don't know how else to explain, but if I'm doing this thing with the neck pickup and I do these chords, you can hear when I overlap a note. So I have this A going, and up on top, if I hit this, it feels like it's perfectly intonated, even though it's a guitarist, it's not, but it's got the right feel. I'm still hearing. It's like typically on my guitars, if I do this and this, you're not gonna hear the melody at all. It's distorted.
You know, on Gibsons from those years, every note is crystal clear. Especially with the older pickups, every note that's going to resonate on these instruments is just crystal clear, and you hear it. And you know, that's why they say don't make them like they used to.
They don't.
This is
clearly not.
And obviously that's why this is a $30,000 instrument, is because it sounds like that. It has the history, and they just don't make them like this anymore.
That smooth sound. So I have this. Now, if I roll the tone off, you get even more of a vibrato tails. We gotta get. Sounds just like this perfectly singing tones. You hear how it carries on the vibrato? There's no sustainer on this either. It's just doing that. Now, if I slide, because of those low frets, I can keep like the same resonance going. I don't have. It's not like you don't hear tick 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 as I slide as much. It's odd because the band was mostly doing rhythm stuff on the guitar, but this is a very good lead instrument. No matter what I do, it like resonates in a good musical way. My guitars unfortunately do not do that no matter what. They're expensive too, but not this much. It's like everything ringing out. That's weird. I have that knob off. If I try to hit my harmonic, you'll see. Yeah, that's right there. Let's see.
I just wanted to add that this is one of the most thoroughly documented guitars we have ever had in here at the shop. So if anybody was interested, we have pages and pages and pages of documentation that come with this instrument that we could send you right from the Glass Prism documents. So there's lots of documentation with this guitar, and it has a well-traveled history. It's been played, gigged, the only guitar Tom Verano used during his entire career. And as you're going to hear later on, Les Paul studio engineered this guitar personally.
Thanks for watching.